Hello and welcome to Handled with Care. And here we specialize in just ensuring that despite your genetics and your background, that we ensure that you find the skin products that work for your skin. As you know, there's a variety of different skin types. You have oily skin, which means you're more oil prone. You have dry skin, meaning you're more dry. And then you have combination skin, which is a combination of both dry and oily skin. So depending on your genetic background, that can often really influence how your skin reacts and adapts to different kinds of foods or different kinds of habits that you have in your life. And also, just the foods you eat can also contribute to your skin. And so, we're just basically here to ensure that you're using the right products that actually promote and enhance skin rejuvenation and making sure you have the skin that you desire rather than depleting the skin of hydration and affecting the skin in a worse way. We want to make sure that you have something that's actually benefiting your skin, okay? Before I get started, I did clear my hands off, so my hands are all clean. I assure you my hands are all clean. I do like to assess my clients before I get into the nitty gritty about what kind of skincare products they need. I like to assess, make sure my clients have whatever kind of skin type my client has. Just want to make sure that we're working with the right products, okay? So if you don't mind, can I touch your face? Are you okay with that? Okay, good. Let's see. Okay, your nose area. I'm seeing a little bit of oil in the outskirts of your nose around this area, like this. It's a bit oily. Let's see your cheekbones. There's a little bit of hyperpigmentation. That's okay. Let's see this one over here. You have a little bit of hyperpigmentation up under the cheekbones, up under this side as well. Could you lift your chin up? Lift up. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah, that as well. So your chin area also has a little bit of hyperpigmentation. Don't worry at all. It's completely normal. If you're going through any hormonal changes, that can honestly really affect how your skin reacts to things and just in general how your skin acts. So that could be a reason, hormonal changes. Also, as we were speaking about genetics, I'm assessing that you do have very oil prone skin, which can lead to being easily acne prone if not treated correctly. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start. Can I have your first and last name? I just like to keep a little notepad for all of my clients. I don't know if you know, but I have serviced to over 2,500 clients worldwide, and really help them to achieve their desired skin. So that's my goal, just helping everyone. And the goal is not to come back to me, right? The goal is not to return. So that's what we do. And we give you remedies that are affordable and something that you can stick with and make a lifestyle change, just like when it comes to eating food or eating a new diet or starting a new way of life or a new living style. You want to ensure that it's a lifestyle change, so it's not something that you're doing temporarily. You want to make sure it's something that you're doing for the rest of your life. Okay, and it being affordable, cost efficient, and everything like that really helps you stick with that agenda. Okay, so given that your skin is oil prone, I'm gonna look at different products that I have here. I have a bunch of different products that I'm going to be using on you today. just looking to make sure that I'm not using one that doesn't have, I'm using one that doesn't have oil. So I'm looking for ones that are not oil based, because if it's oil based, we don't want to get into that, because that'll make it worse, because it could clog the pores. I want something that's going to open the pores. Serums that'll open the pores are what we're looking for. So this one we have Ambi, this Skin Tone Authority, so this is a fade cream. I did see some minor blemishes on your cheekbones right here, over here. So some minor blemishes. So we're gonna go ahead and use this one too. I also saw a little bit of dark spots over here. You had some dark spots under the eyes, like up under this eye and up under that eye there. So I'm gonna use some of this cream. Now this is a multi-function formula Snail Repair Intensive Gold Eye Gel Patch. Okay, so these are really good for placing these under the eye because it's made with snail mucin. Yes, snail fun juice, that's what it's made with. So we're gonna be putting these under your eyes. Oh, don't worry about that. We're sitting here and we sit here and we put bad caca on our eyes. We put bad caca on our eyelashes. So I think we can deal with a little bit of snail fun juice, and we can put caca from bats on our eyelashes. We can definitely deal with a little bit of snail fun juice, okay? So that's what we're going to be using today. This little eye cream. You'll love it. I'm sorry, not eye cream, this little eye patch. And then it lets you feel luxurious. You're gonna feel like a model. You're gonna feel like a superstar because you have gold on your eyes, you know? You're gonna have a nice, rich gold color on your eyes. So you're gonna feel like a little supermodel, like a little superstar, okay? Take a look at my other products. So we want to look for things that also rehydrate the skin, because I am going to be taking you through a little bit of a stronger treatment because you did have some blemishes around the cheek areas, up under the chin, around the neck, some blemishes that could be due to hormonal changes or maybe hereditary, depends, but we can treat it all the same. Some treatments we're going to take a deeper look at. We're going to need to actually get to the second layer of skin. Sometimes sometimes some of my clients are really acne prone, and it's like doing the base level stuff doesn't really cover it, so we have to do deeper treatments like chemical peels and things like that. But I don't think you'll need anything of that severity because this seems quite manageable. So we can definitely just focus on that baseline treatment of making sure that we get something that'll clear it up, let you feel fresh, and to where you feel the air, seeping through your pores, kind of like when you floss your teeth, and then after you floss your teeth, you brush your teeth, and then after you brush your teeth, you use mouthwash. You're doing everything. And then after that, you oil pull, when you do that all in one, really deep cleaning your teeth, we can definitely do something like that for your face, okay? And there's that way you can feel your pores are clear and clean, and then you want to go in with something like this that'll really hydrate the skin and give the skin that nourishment that it's been lacking, that it's been needing, okay? So that's this little moisturizer from Dior. It is water-based, so you don't have to worry about it being crossed with any oils. It's not going to be oily. It's water-based, okay? Let's see what else I would like to use. Another thing that's good for hydration, which I can determine whether I'm going to use which one, is the 7 Minerals Aloe Vera Gel. This is really good for moisturizing the face. We also want to make sure we do a little patch test, because with a lot of these products, you always want to make sure you do a patch test, and that's just basically on your arm or your leg, wherever you're going to be using the product or wherever you want to test it out. You want to make sure that you just use a little bit of the product on that area, and then that way, if it makes makes you break out or have any type of weird effect, that you can correct it by cleaning it off, and then trying something new. Because we want to make sure that you're not breaking out. But aloe vera is really good for if you're lacking moisture and you need a way to rehydrate the skin. Aloe vera is really good. It's a really good natural way to do that. And then we have this collagen night wrapping mask. This is something that I would definitely be sending you home with. Once we're done, I'll definitely be sending you home with something like this so that at night you can put this on your face. This collagen face mask. It's really going to help your skin tone, okay? It's really going to help your skin remain even and make your pores feel nice and fresh. So we're going to have you take something like that home. And this is what we need to determine. So we have two different cleansers here. We have the CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. This is for normal to dry skin. You do have oil-prone skin, so let's see. It's okay. I'm not seeing any oil base that's used here, so this one will be safe for you to use. Let's see, and then there's also the clarifying charcoal mask that you can use. Okay, it's a deep pore charcoal cleanser. This one, not seeing any oil based on here either. So these are two different types of cleansers that we can use because you want to cleanse your skin base first before you use anything else, because you want to make sure you're working with a clean canvas, you know, just like when you're about to draw something or you're about to paint, you want to do it on a clean canvas so you can start from the beginning. You want to refresh the area and then begin from the top. Yeah, so we have these. Okay, so I'll be choosing one of those to use. If you'd like, we do have these cute little ice cream cups. If you are thirsty or anything like that, you can have this little ice cream cup. There you go. Okay. And then I also have two different kinds of masks for those blemishes that I saw. I know we're gonna go at it with the snail patch, and then we're also gonna go in with that fade cream. But I also want to follow up with something like this, like a mask of some sort. So we have a vitamin C clay mask with turmeric. It's for deep cleansing, skin brightening, and it's anti-acne. This is also a Dead Sea mud mask. It's a Dead Sea mud mask, and it is anti-acne, deep skin cleanser, and a pore reducer. Okay, so yeah, these are the two that I'm gonna choose between. Let's see, make sure that you have something to actually put a mask on with. This one has vitamin C, so some blemishes, so I may go with the turmeric, but the Dead Sea mask is really good for your pores. So I'm trying to determine which one I'm gonna use. Let's take a look at other products. I'm gonna go with the Dead Sea mud mask, okay? Let's go with that one. And then I believe these are all the products that I'm gonna be using. So let's do that. And then also I'm gonna send you home with some sunscreen, because sunscreen, SPF, is the best thing that you can wear. Okay, it's for your defense against the sunlight, your defense against UV rays. It really helps the skin. This is SPF 36, and this is by Innisfree. Okay, so this is a really good sunscreen brand. So even if there's not that much sunlight outside, say it's a winter day, you still want to wear your sunscreen, okay? You want to wear the sunscreen, apply it at least every time that you're planning to go, when you're going out, you want to use some sunscreen. And it doesn't have to be a thick amount, just a thin layer so that it protects your skin, okay? Okay. So I'm going to send you some of this. So the Medicube and the sunscreen, I'm going to send these to you together, okay? And another thing that we really believe in here at Handle with Care is the fact that we have Gua Sha. We have the Gua Sha. This is really good for draining your lymph nodes. So we have these. Super soft and gentle on the skin. It's kind of like crystal. And then we have this one, which is more of like a roller. Okay, these are really good for draining the lymph nodes. You have lymph nodes pretty much all over your body. The most common ones that are around the face, you have lymph nodes right here in front of your temples, right there. You have lymph nodes behind your ears, so you can rub these to get them open. So behind your ears, you have lymph nodes behind there as well. You have lymph nodes on your neck, on the sides of your neck. So that's where you have lymph nodes also. So when we do that treatment, I'm going to open up your lymph nodes and then we're going to try to drain everything out so you feel good, okay? All right. So now you can go ahead and relax. I'm going to go ahead and get to work on your skin so that you feel nice and refreshed, okay? So first, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to pull your hair back so that I can see your face. You've got 2 scrunchies to choose from. You can choose this one, you can choose this one. This one's more like a beige, and this one's like a pastel pink. Which one do you want? This one? Okay. See your hair. Okay, there we go. And then I'm also going to have you wear this shower cap just to ensure that your hair is not getting any product in it, because I don't want it to fall out or anything, or do anything to change the state of your hair. So okay. Can you see me well? A little bit? Can you see me okay? Okay, so now that you have that on, that's perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and get started with preparing the base. So I decided that we're going to go ahead and go in with this CeraVe Hydrating Facial Cleanser. So let's see. And I'm going to wet your skin with some lukewarm water. Okay. I'm going to wet your skin with some lukewarm water. And then we're going to wet your skin with some lukewarm water, because the lukewarm water is going to help your skin be prepared to rub in the cleanser, okay? Now we're going to take some of this cleanser. Moisturize around your nose, okay, the side of your cheeks, forehead. Okay. And we're just gonna massage it in a circular motion. Circular motion. Okay, good. Alright, let me wash that off. So we're gonna let that sit on there for a few minutes. If you'd like, you can sip your little drink from your ice cream cup, and then we can wait around a little bit. Just gonna let that sit in there. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and dry that off. Just gonna pat, and dry that off on you. Dry off your face. Okay, fix your shower cap so it's not in the way. Okay, so now after we've done that, then we're gonna go ahead and go in with what we're gonna do for our base. So we're gonna do. I'm deciding whether I want to go ahead and do the mask or I want to go ahead and go with this serum. I'll do the mask. Let's see. So this is the charcoal mask. This is what it looks like. Okay. I'm just gonna dig in there. Sorry, not charcoal, the Dead Sea. Okay. Then we're gonna put that on your face. Just gonna paint you like a canvas. Over your lips, around the here on the left. Okay. We get some more. And then on the top of your forehead, smooth. Down here on the sides too. Okay, smooth. On your nose. Okay. Alright, perfect. And we're just gonna let that sit on there for a few minutes. So let that sit on there, okay? Well, the one that I'm gonna do the little patch test for is gonna be the aloe vera, because aloe vera, I decided that we're gonna use the aloe vera over the Dior hydrator because I feel that aloe vera will bring more hydration than that one, and it's more of a natural alternative, which I think your skin could really benefit from than putting anything harsh on it. So let that sit there for a little while, and it's gonna be creating a thin layer around your face, and then we're gonna go to the next step. Okay, how are you feeling? Are you okay? Okay, just tingling a little bit. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. Yeah, that's the feeling of it going at your pores. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's wash off your face. Make sure it's all washed off. Wipe you down with the towel. Okay, just gonna make sure I'll wipe down. Okay, can you see? Alright. Okay, so now that we've gone and cleansed you down, we did the cleanser, we washed that off, then we went in with a mud mask, washed that off. Let's go ahead and now we're gonna look at ways that we can bring hydration back into the skin. So we wanna do, I don't want these to clash. So for today I'm not gonna do anything too harsh when it comes to the blemishes. We're gonna go ahead and go with some aloe vera, and then I'm gonna follow up with this ambi cream for the blemishes, so that we're not doing anything too hard. Okay. So let's see. So the cream can be used for the Gua Sha, and then this one we want to go ahead and test. So let me see your arm. I'm just gonna pour some of that on your arm and then rub it on your arm so that you can test it, and then let me know if it's burning or anything like that. Okay. Does it burn? Not yet. Okay, give it 3 more minutes. Okay, so I'm so glad nothing's burning. So since that's the case, I'll go ahead and go in with this aloe vera gel, and then I'm going to gently apply it to your face. Okay. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Just close your eyes, and then I'm just going to take care of the rest, just massaging this into your face. Just making sure that it's really bringing back that hydration and that moisture in your face, okay? Because that's what we're looking for that hydration and that moisture to be added back to your face. Okay. Now that we've added back that moisture and hydration, just allow it to dry in your face for a little bit. I like to fan it so that it can dry. When I put it on my face, I'm fanning it so that it's not too wet before we go into the next product. So I do the serums too. You want to fan it so it dries on, so you know that that layer is solidified before you go into the next layer. Okay. All right, good. Okay. Now before we get into the ambi cream and the last step, which is the Gua Sha, draining the lymph nodes, I will go ahead and start having us go do these snail patches. Okay. Put one under one eye. Alright. And then I'm going to go ahead and get another one. And put that under the other eye. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright. Alright, there we go. Perfect. Okay, so just let those sit under there and do their thing. They're gonna help with hydrating your under eyes. Okay. Okay, now that we've got that done, I'm gonna go ahead and take them off. So let's take it off. Okay. And then I'm gonna take off the other one, okay? Okay, so I took off the left eye and I took off the right eye, the snail mucin mask patch. And then we're gonna go ahead and go in with some of this ambi cream. I'm just gonna put a dot on each side. So a dot on the left, dot on the right, and then a dot underneath on the chin, above the forehead. Okay, then we're gonna rub those in as well. Okay. Okay, good. Alright, so I've got those rubbed because we want to immediately go at it with our gua sha, so we don't want that to dry, okay? So I have two options for you. If you want, you could use this one, the V shape, or we can use the roller. Which one do you think you'd prefer? The roller feels like this. That's how the roller feels. Okay, and then this is how the gua sha feels. Which one do you want? Okay. Okay, you want the gua sha? Oh, one thing I forgot is that we need to open up those lymph nodes. So let's open up those lymph nodes. I'm gonna open up your neck, your temples, behind your ears. Okay, and then there. Just gonna open up that. Okay, alright, now let's go ahead and get that done for you. Gonna push it towards the lymph nodes. Okay. Towards the lymph nodes. Okay, so now that we've done that, I'll take this shower cap off of you. And how do you feel? I'm so glad to hear that you're feeling more refreshed. Okay, so I made a little goodie bag for you when you're leaving out the front. Just go ahead and request your goodie bag. It's going to have that Medicube collagen mask, and it's also going to have the sunscreen so that you can apply those more often. So every night do that mask, and then every time you're going to be exposed to sunlight, do that UV protectant sunscreen, okay? Okay. So glad I could help. And also I'm gonna put some Vaseline in your goodie bag as well, because Vaseline is a key factor in keeping your under eyes hydrated, so it can prevent from any dark spots in the skin. So it keeps those under eyes hydrated. And you want to make sure that when you apply anything to your under eyes that you keep it gentle and nice with a little pad. Gentle and nice, because if you're too rough with them, then it could really affect it further, okay? Okay, so I'm so glad I could help you, and I hope that you apply these to your everyday life. If you do have to see me again, that's completely okay. It's not the goal for you to come back, but if you do ever struggle with anything, if you have any questions, you can reach me at my cell, or you can come in for another follow-up appointment, and we'll take a closer look and see if you need a new regimen, okay? Okay, well, you have a great night. Yes, I'm so glad you feel relaxed. See you soon. Bye.